Hello again. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'll show a couple of records, but there's also some things that I'd like to talk about. Start off by saying thank you to everyone for their kind messages and the good news for my wife, who is now cancer free. A huge weight was lifted from us. Now we can get on with our lives. And she's coming with me to see the Elvis film. Because of prior commitments, we can't actually go until the Sunday. A friend of mine came to see me. He'd seen this in a shop, so he thought I might like it. Brewdog Elvis Juice, grapefruit infused IPA. Juiced up and ready to roll. Brewdog is not a brewer I've ever heard of. Apparently it's in Scotland. I like IPA, India Pale Ale. So we'll give it a try. And the froth goes down a bit. So cheers to everyone. Not bad. Now we're starting to see some early reviews of the movie come out, and they've all been really positive. And I've tried to be positive throughout this because I really don't like Elvis not Elvis impersonators, got nothing against them as people, Elvis impersonations. No matter how good they are, they're not Elvis. They don't have the charisma, they don't have that special something that made him who he was. But this film does look as though it might have caught something. From the beginning though, I was a bit concerned. It started with this song Vegas by an artist that I'd never heard of, and when I heard the song I couldn't work out why it was connected to Elvis. And of course during it there was a sample of Big Mama Thornton's version of Hound Dog. So I looked up the lyrics. There's nothing in the song that you can say that's about Elvis. To me it's totally disconnected, and including Big Mama Thornton was a very odd choice. Imagine a movie on the life of Big Mama Thornton and using Elvis's Hound Dog. That wouldn't go down well. And then I noticed in the lyrics the repeated line, "He ain't the man." Odd. I looked up the official video and started to read the comments. My fears were confirmed. If you look, it's full of comments. Elvis stole this song from Big Mama Thornton. Big Mama Thornton invented rock and roll, apparently. Elvis was a thief. There are a few people pointing out how ridiculous this point of view is, but most of the comments were along those lines. And then I saw an interview with the woman who plays Big Mama Thornton in the film, and I was massively disappointed. She was asked 2 or 3 questions, and her replies were to talk about herself. And then she was asked, do you think if Elvis was alive today he'd be a superstar? She then went on talking about something completely unconnected, and so the interviewer pressed her, do you think Elvis would be a superstar if he was alive today? And she said, oh, he'd probably got a contract because he was white. And I thought, what an extremely racist comment. Not, he's a very talented singer with a unique voice, massive charisma, fantastic looks. He could dance, sing, play instruments. A unique individual. No, he'd get a contract because he was white. I'm white. Where's my music contract? I won't give her name, you can find it easily enough, but she comes across as a self-obsessed, individual who does not like Elvis. That became clear in the interview, and was very disappointing. I can only assume she hasn't actually watched the film, or her own prejudices are so huge that she can't get past them. So that bothered me, but hopefully her role in the film is very minor. So, recent acquisition, my first ever record from Thailand, an EP of GI Blues. And the disc itself, so that was a nice find. There's also one of Blue Hawaii which I might pick up. And then I purchased this. So this is Loving You, but from Italy. Amami teneramente. And on the reverse you have text in Italian, and on the other side in English. And the sleeve. I was pleased to get that. I've got some other things on the way that hopefully will be here within the next couple of weeks. As you know, I call myself TCB since '73, because 1973 is my first memories, definite memories, of being an Elvis fan. And a lot of people probably think it's Aloha from Hawaii, but of course Aloha from Hawaii wasn't broadcast in the UK until after Elvis died. Hard to believe. I've explained in other videos why 73, and but my mum tells me a story. She told me it a lot, that she knew I'd be an Elvis fan when I was sort of 2-3 years old. Of course I don't remember any of this, but the story she tells, they used to have a portable record player, one of those that the cover came down, you locked it, you could pick it up and carry it around. So they would put that on the floor, she would sit me in front of it with a Farley's Rusk in one hand, and she would get 5 or 6 singles, load them onto the machine and set it away. And of course one single would drop down, it would play, the arm would swing out the way, and the next single would drop down. And she said I would sit there watching the records play, and it seemed to be more about the spinning record and then the whole process of the next one dropping down. Which, so they noticed there was one exception, and that was the single King Creole, Dixieland Rock, which my dad had purchased because he trained as a cinema projectionist, and the first film that he showed himself was King Creole. And they said whenever that came on, I wouldn't just sit there, I would rock back and forth and wave my hands. And they actually did an experiment, so where they flipped the record over and put it in amongst them, and there's the same response. So I was obviously picking up on Elvis's voice. So they said that they knew I'd be a fan back then. When I was born, they said I was born with a mop of black hair, and the nurses nicknamed me Ringo. Well, I couldn't have been born with sideburns and a quiff. I don't know. So, just some little memories I was thinking of. I think that's it. I am sorting out, I'm going through my collection of gold standard singles. which I'll do a video on at some point. So the next video will probably be after we see the movie. I'm sure a lot of people will be giving their thoughts on it. So I'm going to try not to watch any of them until I've seen it. So Elvis juice. Bye for now.